What's up, everybody? Chef Plum with Plum Love Foods back with you at Butcher's Best Country Market in Newtown, Connecticut. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about things that make steak tender, because we all want tender steak. So I'm going to show you a couple things, give you a couple of tips, and hopefully you'll make some great steaks at home. Check it out. Let's buy a good quality piece of meat. One of the most tender pieces you can get is a filet mignon. The filet mignon is tender because it comes from a muscle that's not used very much. This, however, piece does not have a lot of marbling in it. Marbling is the fat that's inside of it. Now, while this piece of meat is going to be extremely tender, it's not going to be too high on flavor. So you don't want to roll. You just want to grill this. You don't want to put it in the oven for a long time because it'll get tough really quick. What I've got here is a beautiful New York strip. Now look at all that marbling. Awesome. That's good. Marbling is great. Marbling is the white fat in between there. And this is a fantastic steak right here. I'll tell you what. Now, while it might be a hair less tender than this piece, I'm going to show you how to fix that. The flavor of this is going to be fantastic. And what I've got here is a big boy. This is a ribeye. Ribeyes are the real deal, man. Look at all the beautiful marbling in there. This fat here is fantastic. You could toss this on your grill with a little salt and pepper. Oh my God, I'm getting hungry just thinking about that. It's getting close to lunchtime. But this is going to be delicious. Now you can see inside this piece of meat, it's going to have a couple tough pieces right in here, this connective tissue. And you can find these cuts, at the butcher shop, your local butcher. He'll cut a fresh one for you. You can get one with the rib in it, the bone actually still in it. Oh my gosh, that's going to be fantastic. Now, when you do get a piece that's not going to be quite as tender as you might want, there's a couple things you can do. One, you get one of these tenderizers from the grocery store. I don't like to use stuff like this, but there's nothing wrong with it. People think it's a chemical. It's actually two enzymes. One usually is from the stem of a pineapple called bromelain, and you can sprinkle that on there, and it'll tender up after about 30 minutes or so. The other one comes, I think it's called papin or papain. You can make fun of me later for it. Leave a comment. Tell me how terrible my English is. And you could put that on there as well. Same thing. You could also just marinate the meat. A nice, a little acidic marinade of some sort. Use a little red wine, a little Worcestershire sauce. Marinate your meat in that. Don't over marinate. People tend to do that a lot. When you have a steak like this, 8 hours is way more than enough time. You could also do it just for an hour. Anything. It doesn't have to be a long, prolonged. People who marinate their steaks for 3 or 4 days generally are completely wrong. You're just destroying your meat. Don't do it. But first and foremost, find a great butcher and find some great cuts of meat. I'm Chef Plum. Plum Love Foods. Thanks for watching me, guys. And remember, we're here at Butcher's Best Country Market, and we'll see you next time. I am going to go find me a giant steak for dinner tonight because I am so tired of touching meat and not eating it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.